Mick Foley is right in front of us, and thank you for taking a couple of minutes to be. I know you're here in Jonesboro,
Yes,
right
here in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Yeah.
And you were cool enough to invite me to the set. Thank you for that, by the way. What's it like being in Jonesboro? You've been here before, but a little bit different of a time this time, right?
Man, well, I think there are more people in this warehouse than were at some of my matches in Jonesboro. I worked for Burt Prentice's company. I did like a 6-week run, and we were trying to build their little company, and I went. I think there were 25 people in the crowd, and I went 58 minutes with the Colorado Kid.
58, and that's
as a point,
Oh.
to make a point.
I don't know what point that was.
Pretty well, just that I wasn't going to phone it in because there weren't a lot of people there.
That is a good point.
Yeah.
I would have had to make a point to go to the hospital after that long. But you have been here today, and I've gotten to see a different side of you. I've been a fan of you as a performer for years, but see you acting is a new experience. Do you like doing this? Is this fun for you?
I do enjoy it. I even as close as last night, I was, corresponding with the director and saying I don't really understand the character. Is he all bad? How menacing should he be? And she told me to have some fun and throw a little humor into it. So we have a few ups and downs, and you saw us. I went through a couple of different incarnations of bringing the volume up and down. But the main thing, I think, was I really enjoyed working with Chloe. What a great young actress, and you always hope that you're part of somebody's breakout project, and so I think she's going to be dynamite. The other young lady who was the star of the Carrie remake, it's kind of the two of them headlining, and I'm coming in, just to take a hip toss, kick out, and drop kick, and I'm out of here.
But you're doing it. I really enjoyed the scene. There was a lot of tension.
Yep.
I could feel it, and I also was interested in where the story's going, just having got that little tidbit. So I know our viewers are going to think, what are we talking about when we say the scene?
Oh, yeah, the scene,
but
yeah.
We can't tell them too much, I guess,
We can't tell them too much, except I am a man in the organ trading, selling business.
He's in the medical industry.
And I'm not happy because Regina, played by Chloe, has shown up with a cooler that has no kidney in it.
But Serge.
That's where Serge. That's where I had the presence of mind going, do you want me to hold the label?
I saw that.
So I know what that's like.
Yeah.
And you can't, on a movie, you can't have something blurred out. It's not like a WWE symbol on a turnbuckle.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah. That horrible F. You had to get it out.
Had to get the F out of there.
Indeed. Is it for you? You've been here. I mentioned before. You've been here before as a wrestler. You mentioned to me your Memphis territory time, but what can you see as the changes, maybe, or is it tough to see that?
Jonesboro?
Or in the area.
I have not explored it enough.
Yeah.
When I arrived, it was from Anchorage, Alaska.
Wow.
Through Minneapolis, and I was pretty tired. Had a little barbecue on the way. I was so tired and so hungry that even when we saw 3 police cars in the ambulance in the parking lot, I went, let's eat there anyway.
You know they're going to be
safe.
safe.
You know you're hungry, yeah. No, I understand there was an altercation.
But it was
anyway.
half an hour ago.
Yeah.
Where have you eaten since you've been here?
Just Tops Barbecue.
Oh,
and then,
okay. Did I see you went to the 501 maybe? Or did you have a steak?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the steakhouse.
Yeah,
Man. If you have to dine, do it with David Arquette, because he was kind of forcing appetizers on me. And then this is how my mind works. It's like, well, I guess I could have the bang bang shrimp, right? I have to endorse that in some way.
Indeed.
But it was a really good dinner. Really enjoyed the company. This was really the first time I really sat down and talked with David and his wife at length, and they're super nice people. We have a lot in common, the year-round Christmas thing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I believe we'll be keeping in touch, after this movie, and David's got a documentary about his journey in professional wrestling, which I think will surprise a lot of people. I think a lot of people thought he was, kind of almost mocking the business, and then he earned people's respect over a long, arduous journey.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be really interesting.
I'm very interested in seeing that because I've read some that he was not always happy about the positions he was put in. He just landed there and had to work from that point. So I'm excited to see that.
Yeah. Well, he told me how it starts, and I don't want to give away too much, but it's we're always looking for that hook, you know.
Oh, yes, sir.
As you know, as a writer, you're looking for something to hook people in. And I think they've got an amazing opening sequence.
I love the shirt. It's rock endorsed, I'm assuming, right?
Well, I saw it, and I had kind of a selection of things there, and I was like, how about that shirt? We thought it would button up, but I put on a little of that DDP weight I dropped. So.
Stay in this room for very long, and it'll melt off.
Hot,
I think.
Right?
Yeah.
I
That's
actually
okay.
had, of all things, Ric Flair's stepson.
I meant to ask you about that because you were talking about some of the younger talent and
Yeah.
working with them.
Yeah.
Did you know that was going to happen going into it?
I heard about it,
Yeah.
but I didn't even know that Rick's stepson was the young man sitting at this table while we did 18 takes until he told me afterward. So he asked me about the shirt as well, and
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think it just looks like something The Rock wore. I think it is something The Rock wore.
I think so.
I asked him to Google the This Is Your Life episode, and I think if he wasn't wearing this exact print, it was something very close to it.
In the family, for sure.
So we threw on a little bling, because I'm pretty much blingless. I've got the couple of things for autism acceptance,
Yeah.
and another blue band I wear with the Jewel lyric, "Only Kindness Matters." And so wearing the tacky stuff, no offense to people who wear a lot of jewelry, but
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to look tacky, and
Yeah.
I think in that we were successful. Luckily, I had my ear pierced when I was 19. And
I was
we
going
got
to
that
ask,
bad
what
boy.
about that?
They asked me if I had any piercings, and did we get the piercing? We did. I was in makeup. You never know
Yeah.
when talk turns to Dolly Parton.
Indeed.
And next thing I know, we're doing a Coat of Many Colors sing-along. So I've had a lot of fun.
Last question. You've always said have a nice day. And as I've gotten to know you just a little bit, I can tell that always matters to you. How much does it matter to make a positive impact on somebody just in every little chance you
Well,
get?
it's important, especially because most of the time it doesn't take much effort to make someone's day a little brighter. So it always amazes and disappoints me that there are people who feel like they're only making an impact when they're making someone's day a little darker. Like, why? You know, we're all here to get along, and so I do. I go out of my way to try to make days a little brighter, and consider it a big honor, you know, when I find out that I have.
You've done that with me before, but you know that.
Thank you, Stan.
Thank you. And it may not happen in the movie where people's days are getting brighter thanks to Mick Foley, but it
I don't
happened in
think
real
anyone's
life.
days get brighter because of me in this movie.
No, that's
I believe
okay.
I'm harvesting human organs.
Maybe the
for
buyer,
profit.
the
Yeah,
buyer
or
that
maybe
thought they
the
got a good
recipient.
deal.
Yeah, the buyer might think I'm doing a heck of a job.
$30,000 kidney. Thank you, Mick Foley.
Thank you.